I'm putting this video out as we reach 5,000 YouTube subscribers, far beyond my wildest expectations, to say thank you for your support and encouragement, and to pay tribute to George Plunkett, whose photo archive gave me the idea to compare historic photos with those of the present day. This is his own map of Norwich's city walls, and in this video we'll use only his photos from the 1930s, comparing them to mine from nearly a century later. Beginning at the Boom Towers near Carrow Bridge, we'll follow the route of the city wall in a clockwise direction. This photo is the present day view from Carrow Bridge, showing the two boom towers built to guard the southeastern approach to Norwich. Beginning with the eastern tower, George Plunkett's photo from 1935 is one of his rare colour ones. This is his photo of the western boom tower, again from Carrow Bridge. These photos look up from King Street to the Wilderness Tower, named after pleasure gardens which opened here inside the wall in 1750. This is at the top of Carrow Hill, with the wall at this point more clearly visible in this equivalent view from 1934. We're now at the point where Brackendale meets Burr Street. Norwich city walls were constructed between 1294 and 1343, paid through tax plus a donation by Norwich businessman Richard Spink. This is Queen's Road near the St Stephen's roundabout, which was the principal route into the city from London and one of the city's most impressive gateways. This is the wall between Coburg Street and Chapelfield Road. The wall is 2.5 miles long and enclosed an area larger than the City of London at that time. In the middle of the current Grapes Hill roundabout was the drill hall, with one of the old city wall towers incorporated into its construction. Now looking up Grapes Hill from outside the wall, the 1930s view shows how the wall formed the perimeter wall of housing plots. This is the wall between Wellington Lane in the foreground with Grapes Hill on the other side of the wall. As the city expanded beyond the walls and maintenance was neglected, the wall fell into disrepair, with the remaining fragments now the responsibility of Norwich City Council. This is Barn Road as we see it today, and it's difficult to see how George Plunkett's photo of 1938 relates to today's view. I would suggest a narrower Barn Road as beyond the wall, and this is a rear entrance to buildings adjoining the wall, possibly in the area shown in green on this map. Now on Oak Street, this is the old Dung Cow pub. Go behind it and here's another fragment of the city wall. Again, it's difficult to relate this to George Plunkett's view from 1931. This is the view of the wall from Baker's Road. On the opposite side of the wall is a lane that I'm ashamed to say I was blissfully unaware of, the delightfully named St Martin at Oak Wall Lane. There is a fence on the right hand edge of this photo, and it's possible George Plunkett's 1934 view is behind that fence. Talking of fences, the wall looms above this fence and gate in Catherine Wheel Opening, more clearly visible when I did a video on St Augustine Street in 2022. This is George Plunkett's 1934 view of the wall at this point. We see another part of the wall where Magpie Road meets Magdalen Street. Go behind the wall, and this is how George Plunkett saw it in 1935. This is Bullclose Road with the northeastern tower of the wall visible at the far end of this stretch of wall. On the right hand side you can see an opening in the tower which can be seen here in 1935. With Barrack Street in the foreground, the wall goes along River Lane joining the Wensum, which forms the remainder of the historic defences of the city back to the boom towers, with the addition of Cow Tower as the river turns. This is a superb view of Cow Tower in 1931 with the cathedral in the background. So thanks again for the 5,000 subscribers and the almost 750,000 views, which I still find quite bizarre, really. But thanks also, and in particular, to George Plunkett Archive for all the photos that I've been able to try and replicate in the present day.